That's not new.
Yeah, Mordhau's
Sort
actually
of.
quite a few years old. And actually, it wasn't in beta for longer, wasn't it?
It's it's an old game at this rate, actually.
At least, like, let's look this up, actually.
I also love the fact that I may or may not have started recording during this session, during this conversation, and
Well,
they're not
what
gonna
even
know
started that?
anything of what's
Oh
happening.
yeah, saying, "Hey, have you heard about this new game?" And me just collectively losing his
Yep.
shit on describing. Yeah,
You
the
want,
one with swords.
Brown, you want to hear a good take from Omega? I said,
What's that?
they wrote Borderlands 2 good by accident.
Uh.
Believe that. I believe that.
Would you?
Um. Well, if Borderlands 1 is like a 7 out of 10, and a Borderlands 2 is like a 9 out of 10, then obviously they couldn't recapture the magic of Jack, and they fell into like a 4 out of 10.
No, I'd put it at like 6 or 7.
Okay, so say their average is like good games, like
Yeah.
not
Well,
outstanding, but
it's
good.
still a good game, just in every sense besides the main villains.
Yeah.
Which just which the issues with Jack
Yeah, the
that
villains they have for the DLC are better.
What game is
Well,
this called?
not even that.
Borderlands
Borderlands
3.
3.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah. The villains are just so bad.
They're bad. But, like, the side characters are good, especially, like, Typhon. And,
Yeah, they did a
like,
good job with Typhon.
well, I
They
think they
did
did
a good job with Anna.
yeah. Ava? Really? I don't know. I've seen actually a lot of discourse over her.
Really?
I think she's okay.
She's
Um,
okay. I think they did, a decent job for, what she is.
yeah.
But I mean, she's a bit, I guess, bratty sometimes, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I like her constantly trying to steal things.
And I do like a lot of the locations you go to, especially Roland's Rest. That was kind of neat.
Like,
Um,
yeah.
and I that was a really cool touch actually.
Mhm.
And I found
Did
all
you
the
look at
Craig
the giant
blogs and like
statue of
those.
Roland?
Yes, and on the base they had all goodbye messages from all the characters, including the Borderlands 2 Vault Hunters,
Yep.
and that was very sweet.
Yeah.
Um, and I found all of Craig's logs, and those were very interesting. I'm glad that they're still writing Craig, although he's technically not in the game. Um, because he was one of my favorite characters from Borderlands 2.
Yep.
I feel like Borderlands 3 is not really focusing on the characters, more focusing on the world.
Yeah.
Because it's much more into its world building and
Agreed.
expanding its existing lore.
Agreed.
Especially with Necro DeFeo.
Yep.
Um,
Which was an
it's just
awesome place.
Yeah, no, it's cool. But Borderlands 3 is much more focused on building the world, which they do very well at.
Yep.
The main villains, they have an interesting concept. Getting all of the psychos and all the crazy people off of Pandora and rule the galaxy. That's an interesting concept to, like, unite all of them. But it falls apart at how they write the villains.
Yep.
And you can see what they're going for.
Oh,
But it's still not great.
there's
Also,
also there was also a knockoff handsome Jack trap.
yeah, that was just like target of opportunity. That was a side thing.
Yeah, I know.
Um, that was funny. That was kind of neat.
What,
Though. I do
Handsome
like that
Jackie?
you get. Yeah, I do like you get the
Oh
gun.
yeah, that's just the thing
that
you can
Jack
fight.
had.
It has nothing to do
Yep.
with Handsome Jack. It's just like
Yeah.
No,
well,
it's
but you get
I said the
gun.
knockoff handsome Jack thing where handsome Jack says, "Hey, go jump off a cliff." Ah, you did it. Okay, here you go, you sellout.
Yeah. Well, you get the gun too, which is kind
Yep,
of
I
fun.
did it mainly because I wanted to see how the dialogue would differ.
Yeah. Um. But
Alright.
anyways,
Are we almost ready?
Yeah. It's a decent game.
Yep.
It just falls short in places.
Agreed.
I'd still say it's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Either way,
The-
D&D.
I like the
Yeah,
gunplay, and I like the
Hey,
world
hey,
building.
hey. D&D?
Mhm.
No.
Okay.
No, screw you.
Everyone is here. Brown has stopped being late. Mr. Vegas has come back. Brett is back. We got everyone?
Okay, time for me to leave.
Wait, no, we're missing Omega.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
Are we
Omega?
really?
No, I just
Uh,
disconnected him.
okay. And Chappie,
Oh.
sir, then
If
D&D.
you disconnect me again, I will not come back.
Don't give me
Meow?
hope. Don't give me hope.
Alright,
Okay.
so, what happened last time on Goblin Tooth?
We had a bar fight. I almost killed 2 people. And Brown almost killed one. Or Carl almost killed one.
You know, I just walked away and then came back.
Yeah, and they came back in and they got hit by a bench.
I ate pie.
That is an important part of the fight.
It's not really.
And well,
It
and
really
Shank
is.
was yeah, no, it's pivotal.
Pivotal.
And Shank just kind of crawled around stealing people's stuff.
Hey, I wasn't stealing.
He was borrowing long term.
Borrowing things. I'm exchanging things.
You can call it whatever you want, but it's still stealing.
No,
No,
it's
it's
borrowing
not.
long term. It's borrowing a long term.
Technically, it's exchanging.
Yes.
Yeah,
But you don't know.
They get to
nice-
live.
Technically speaking.
They get to live, and in exchange, I get their money.
Yeah. And then while that was going on, who people thought to be David tore out a guy's heart, which is like lieutenant of some passing army.
Lieutenant
Breaking the
Aotan.
heart.
Yeah, he got his heart ripped out by
Man,
David,
some
or
people
David
really-
looked like. Because now we know it's not David.
I guess you could really call that a heartbreak.
Boo!
And his heart ripped out stopped any kind of restoration spells, which is
It's a fun
really,
thing.
which means somebody really wanted him dead,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
or they needed the hearts for some kind of practices or something.
We
So
have
that
to
leaves us
interrogate
now,
that Seth lad.
after a grueling trial, which really just established that it wasn't David. That it's some guy who was dressed up like a guard named Seth,
Yep. And
or at least use the moniker of Seth.
yeah, and he's
At least
probably
that's the conclusion that you guys have come to so far.
Yeah, he's our best suspect, but we don't know what he looks like, or even who he is, or
And that
we
he-
don't even know if it's a he.
In fact, we know that this person is very proficient in disguises. That's what
Yeah.
we got.
Well, we do know his name's
Oh, and
Seth,
and
so he's
he knows
probably
Bristol is,
a guy with red hair, brown eyes.
No, Omega, we don't even have that.
And,
Well, I was trying to reference a Fire Emblem character, Brown, but okay.
oh yeah, I said I wasn't gonna give any
That wasn't.
info.
You, I didn't say shit, Omega. That was
Mhm.
Fred. You don't have to think everything.
Okay, I get you two mixed up sometimes. I'm sorry.
So don't. Just because something stupid is said, it isn't always me.
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what Seth looks like at all. We only know the name, which is probably even fake. We just know they are proficient in, well, might be at least have knowledge of ritualistic magic, and
something
that they're
like
good at
that.
disguising. But yeah, did we miss anything, Monster?
I mean, I said that I wasn't going to interject any information that you guys did not write down.
So
Okay,
did we miss anything?
like just what happened last time.
There
Last time.
may have been more in there. There may not have.
I mean, do you want me to copy paste my notes for you?
Oh fuck's sake.
No, it's fine.
There's...
It's fine.
Please do.
Like I said, I'm not going to, I said I wasn't going to impact things, and it might change how you're thinking, and I don't want to do that, so.
And now, the exciting conclusion to Goblin Tooth.
We can only hope.
Oh,
No, it's not the conclusion, unfortunately. It's more
Yeah,
time
it actually
for
is the
next
conclusion.
episode.
You guys all look up and see rocks falling from the sky.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
wow.
the end
Oh,
of the world.
it's threatening that if you
as we
don't
know
move
it.
forward.
Well, no,
Alright.
I just want.
So, magic has failed to identify the murderer of Lieutenant Aotan. The townsfolk seem visually shaken by the chalice's inability to solve the crime, and already are talking of the return of ancient curses and the awakening of hates from older times. Some of the more vocal residents, such as Lantern the Cooper, are circulating the idea that the whole affair is a result of a goblin plot to avenge the fallen hooded one. The Reverie
Lantern the what?
Whoa. How the fuck do they know who he is?
What?
How do they know who he is? We just beat the fuck out of him.
I stole his hood.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
That's fair.
You stole his hood, and you guys have been back for, a few days. Like, you haven't been back for too
You
long.
Probably share the story of how
I
we
will.
Yeah.
I stitched. I've been meaning to draw this. He just kind of stitched it into his cape, and now he has a hood on his cape.
Oh
But
my
like the
God.
colors are completely mismatched.
Yep.
Yes.
The Revi, understanding that adding superstitious panic to the town's list of problems is an unwise course of action, and is resolved to find an explanation. To this, he summons the heroes and his Captain Alstead, Brother Rosby, and basically, you all go
Jar Jar
to
Binks.
his office to discuss how to obtain the answer. It's really weird because the way they have this written is he summons you guys and the heroes to his office. So it was like he summons the heroes and the heroes to whoever typoed this.
No. There's like another group that's actually been doing what they need
Yeah,
them to do.
yeah. Behind the scenes, there's a lot more.
see what we were doing is baby work.
Our evil
Yes.
doppelgangers.
So then after the trial,
No,
as the
I
townsfolk
will tell them
return
they
to
do
their
that.
tasks,
don't talk about Jackie and
you join
Showhunt.
that part of the procession that returns to the barracks. Once within the palisade, village watchmen escort David to his cell and securely lock the door. Two remain outside the door, standing guard. The Revi calls Brother Rosby, Captain Alstead, and your party into his office. When the door closes, he invites you to sit down. Matter of fact, saying, "Wizardry has failed us. The people already grow fearful. We must have an answer to this riddle, and soon. Any suggestions about how we might obtain the answer are welcome."
Have you considered inspecting every citizen and searching their houses?
That would
This
take
is a very
way
big
too much
town.
time. We need to figure this out as soon as possible. We don't want to have a murderer running around.
And Damien, this is a town that many people go in and out of. So it's
Exactly.
Well, yeah, but we're on lockdown, aren't we?
We are currently on lockdown, but we can't keep everyone here forever.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
What is the lie detector thing called again?
The chalice.
The chalice. Tell us about the chalice. Who keeps the chalice?
The
Could
chalice
there be something
is
wrong with it?
no. The chalice is an ancient relic, and it's from kept by Brother Rosby in the I think it's temple.
Yeah.
I think it was called the temple and not a church. So
It was.
yep.
Okay.
So
He's the only one that ever has it.
yes, he is in charge of it. It's basically left with him, and it's usually kept. Sorry there, I seem to be choking on myself.
Was that part of the story? Or
Yeah,
real
yes,
life?
that is part of the story.
What about the temple aide? What was his name? Gallon?
What?
What about the temple aide? Would he have access to it?
I mean, yes, but it's under, lock and key. It's basically like it's almost never touched. Like no one can really get access to it unless we need it for such an event.
Alright.
And as you saw
that
during
we talked to the keepers of this thing.
as you saw during the meeting, we were able to clearly see, when they were lying about certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it did glow blue for everyone. So
Well,
Well, perhaps I could inspect it for someone using some sort of magic to prevent it from detecting the light.
if you are trying to detect magic on it, you will obviously know that it is magical. So I don't really see what you would get out of trying to do something like that. And besides, no one would really have access to it. Unless you suspect Brother Rasby of doing something.
While I suspect something's going on.
I mean, clearly something is going on. It's just a matter of trying to figure out who did it.
Well, our biggest lead is currently this mysterious Seth character.
Yeah, which
and
we know next to nothing about.
Well, but we know the direction he came from, which
Yeah,
was
so
the General Mill.
that is the confusing part, because that seemed to be a very interesting point that was brought up in the fact that you had one person talking about how it was someone named Seth and the other person saying that they had no clue who Seth was. It is very possible that since they were both telling the truth, it is very possible that he was, wasted beyond. Rory was wasted to the fact that he wouldn't really, he might hear things or remember things incorrectly. And after all, that it was basically validated that he was drinking way too much that night anyway. But it is a lead to start on. And if we can figure out where or if this Seth person exists, it might be a good starting place.
All right.
I am with this given situation, and because you guys have helped us out in the past on, a number of occasions now. I am basically going to deputize you guys as investigators, and you are to answer to only myself, Sergeant Malkin, and Captain Alstead. You are granted authority to question anyone. You are granted authority to arrest anyone who resists questioning, and search any person's premises, any person or premises in the village. The watchmen will all
Understood.
be notified of your new authority, and if they have any problems, have them come to me, and I will talk to them.
All right. I do have
Just like my
one last
first
question
award.
for you.
Yep.
Is there some kind of town ledger, like keeping track of people coming in and out of town?
There is not. I'm
Uh,
sorry.
Think about setting that up.
Yeah, honestly, that would help
It
very
it,
much.
it might it might be good for the future. You are indeed right. We do get a lot of people, so we'll have to figure out who would be put in charge of such a thing.
The church.
Probably someone staying here permanently.
The other thing that might be valuable is you might want to go around and collect some alibi statements from some of the people. A list of names can be taken from the records at the church, which might be able to help you, figure out who to talk to.
All right. Okay. If you excuse me, I have to be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have the most to gain by this guy dying?
I don't know. He is fairly new. He just came into town when we called for some help with regards to the hooded one. They stayed a few days, and I don't know. I wasn't there to really see anything that happened. I heard that there was a little argument between David and him, but other than that, I can't be sure.
Are we sure magic wasn't cast on David? Maybe he honestly thinks it wasn't him.
I mean, it could very well be the case, but we would still need to figure out who did that.
I don't know. When me and Brad saw David, he had a broken nose and showed no other signs of blood.
I mean, that is. He also came willingly, which, is at least something to be said. He is also the son of Cedridge, so it makes sense that, he wouldn't be the person, which is why we decided to use the chalice, because it is such a high valued person of the community. But we do need to make sure that we have the evidence and that we're not just, oh yes, we like this person, so we're going to not let them be imprisoned. We need to figure out who did this, whether it be David or whether it be someone else. We need to figure out who's in charge and who did this, and they need to atone for their sins.
The thing that's been confusing me this whole time is this is done too perfectly. Everything's lined up so there can be no clear suspect.
Well, there's a very clear suspect. We just don't have a lead on said suspect. What we need is to trace the suspect.
This could have just been a fake suspect that's been fabricated with magic for all we know.
Magic can't rip somebody's heart out.
Kalima!
Yeah.
But magic could be used to deceive others into seeing things, like our witness that says she saw David strike him down with a dagger.
There were a number of witnesses that saw the same thing.
So what
It
I'm
is
thinking,
very unlikely that magic would affect every single one of them.
I'm
Well, in that
inclined to
case,
think-
and David's very guilty. Case solved. We're out. Let's go get into a fight.
No, it's not that simple.
No, I'm
I've
inclined to
told
think
a
it's somebody
legend of a
who's
man with a spell that can stop.
However, at the
proficient
same
with
token,
disguises.
Yes, it looks bad for David, but at the same token, he plainly stated that he did not kill Aotan on stand, and the chalice did not reveal that as a lie.
Yeah, so we have he is,
Which is why
arguably-
we need evidence. We can't rely on, the chalice. We can't rely on what it looks like. We need evidence to be sure that it is him or it isn't him.
Can
It
you
might be
take
him,
us
and
to-
if it's him, he's locked up currently. He can't do anything about it. He can't do anything. So
Maybe
Should
we
we
should
go-
re-examine the crime scene.
that might be a
Well-
good place to go as well.
so
Or you can
we're-
also check out, a bunch of other places. It's up to you guys. You can ask around.
We
You
should
can talk
go
to
where
some
it all
people.
Alright.
started and work.
Well, if we're being
I'm
let
up
loose
for going
now,
to the crime scene to go
I wanna-
investigate.
I want to go towards the mill and the direction Seth came from.
Are we splitting the party?
Sounds that way.
I'm gonna go straight to where he was stabbed.
Okay.
And Brett still isn't back.
Hmm.
Can I pull the? Can I just pull Brett with me?
Sure.
And then away we go.
So you guys are going to the mill?
Yep. Or at least
Okay, I'm back.
very-
Sorry
I'm
about
very
that.
for
Okay, so
pulling,
where's the crime scene?
What are we
I'll go
doing?
with you.
Party
Giant
splitting. You're
pool of
playing with
blood,
me.
I think.
Okay.
They're going to the crime scene. I'm pulling you towards the mill. Yada yada. You're
Alright.
here for us to be deputized.
No, I was here for that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's pretty much what's happening.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And he answered any
Alright.
questions that you had involving it.
Yeah. Well, I was here for that. I've been here
Yep.
for like 4 minutes.
So
Okay.
where's the crime scene?
You see the
I
big
forget.
splotch of red?
No,
Yeah.
like, where's the crime scene on the map?
You
The
see
big
the big
splotch of red.
behind me?
I'm sniffing the
Oh
blood.
oh my god.
Okay, look, I see it.
There's a special place in hell for that kind of stupid.
Get out of the blood! You're
I'm
in
not
the
in the
crime
blood.
scene.
You're in the crimes.
We are the
Oh,
crime scene.
What? We were supposed to be.
Ooh.
And then
no,
Omega
fine.
was, and then Damien was arrested for illegal tampering.
Yep.
Hey, look.
I mean, you guys are basically, you guys were deputized, so.
Yeah. Well, even then, though, I don't feel like getting to law.
Whose
Anyway.
perspective are we going to?
Deputy.
I didn't shoot the deputy.
All right,
But
so
I am the deputy now.
we'll go to the scene of the crime. And at the scene of the crime, you notice that there's, the body is no longer there because it has been put through a memorial service. There is still a bit of blood littering the ground. And the footsteps that you had seen a few days ago are slowly fading away.
So, would it be at all possible to... I can't remember if we did it, but do, detect magic to see if I could detect any, residual magic left over from anything
No, we
that
did
might
not
have
do that.
happened?
That's a good
You
idea.
did not do that. You can do it if you would like. You are... Sorcerers cannot ritual cast? I don't think sorcerers can ritual cast. 1 second.
No, I'm pretty sure they can ritual cast.
I don't think they can.
I'm pretty sure I'm the bee's knees.
Sorcerer,
man, you're no
D&D
world.
5e. Let's see. Can you ritual cast? I could have probably just checked your character, but
What was that? Oh,
you
I rolled 20 on that by accident.
ritual.
Nice.
Yeah, you
Save
cannot
it.
ritual cast, so you would have to use a spell slot for that.
Oh, okay. No problem. I shall detect magic and see
Okay.
if I can
It'll last
detect
for 10
anything.
minutes, so you can walk around the area.
So, starting right off where I am,
Yep.
am I detecting anything?
There doesn't appear to be anything magical as of right now.
And do we recall where some of our lead witnesses were at the time that they witnessed?
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know.
I would like to make a nature check around the blood.
Okay.
I know that's specific, but
Yep.
I have an
Fine.
idea.
I don't like your ideas, but I'm happy to see where this goes.
Roll
Can I
nature.
help them make a nature check?
You can make your own.
That's a D12.
That's not a d20.
Fuck.
3. You see grass. It is very shiny grass. You do not even see the blood that's on the grass, but you see the grass.
This is a very
And Chappie, you see that, you can see where the body was, and you can see the outline of, the blood and stuff like that. You notice that this is very, very fancy grass, just in this particular area, just because it can. It's not like the weed type grass, it's actually green, nice feeling grass. So you go down and touch it, and it's soft as, almost not really a silk, but it's nice quality grass.
This grass is very nice. The
It's,
botanist in
and
me
because
really
of your
likes
role,
it.
you notice that it's basically the same grass
It's
throughout
great
the entire
grass.
area. It's just a really nice grass. It feels nice to touch.
You say
I
grass
wasn't-
one more time, I dare you.
Grass.
If I wasn't on an investigation,
Grassy
I'd wanna
ass.
lay down in this
All right.
grass.
Yeah. So,
Alright, now I'd like to make a perception check for anything unnatural in the area.
okay. The thing was I didn't know how else to go with nature, so. So you look
Let me see what my
around
bonus is.
and you notice the footsteps again that you've seen before. You don't really notice anything new on the crime scene. You guys have basically already been here. You already checked it out. It's a little bit lighter, so you can see a little bit more into the forest, but again, you lose the if following that track, you lose the footprints as soon as they hit the concrete. Or
So
the
standing where I am now, just at the edge of the forest here,
Mhm.
Are there no
am
other
I detecting
footprints? Just
any
the ones that are from
magical
last night?
anything?
You are not detecting anything magical anymore.
How's the grass over here?
It's the same grass. This entire area is just
Oh
the
my gosh.
entire town just has really nice grass.
Really nice grass.
Yeah.
Alright.
Really nice grass.
Hold on, let
It's
me write.
it's nice.
Let me
It's
write
not
that
the
down in
it's
my
not the
notes.
Florida weeds that I'm used to.
It's like a primo grass.
Yeah, yeah. They paid top dollar,
Mm,
but it
What
was
is this
natural.
here again? Is this?
That is the
that's the
church.
temple.
Oh, the church.
The church, the
Oh.
temple, the whatever you want to call it. And yep, I'm not gonna remind you of that. So
Remind me of the church.
Take you to church.
Do I detect anything around the church?
you detect a little bit of magicalness around the church because it is a place of holy nature. And I'll even tell you that it's a divine magic that you sense around this place.
No wonder the grass is so nice here.
Yes,
It's divine grass.
Yeah,
Blessed by the gods.
exactly.
I should never ask for a nature check.
I didn't know how else to deal with that. I was like, it's nice grass. It's really nice grass.
The wind
Although
is
you couldn't even
pleasantly
see the
caressing
blood
your
on the
cheek.
grass, so
Can I do
Maybe no one was
an
ever burned. It
investigation
was all
of
fake.
myself to see if I comes up with anything new that we haven't learned about
Go ahead.
grass or
Roll.
Oh wait, I got it.
Wow.
If it's another nature check, I strongly
So-
advise against it.
So
I lagged out there.
specifically, you investigate the grass, and you find out that the no, you basically have seen everything that there is to see, and any residual magic, any residual anything else that you guys didn't realize is gone after basically like almost 24 hours
Oh, it is.
has passed.
The people are howling again.
Yep.
I don't want to.
No, since the quarantine started, I'm sorry, completely derail this. Ever since the quarantine started, every night at 8, people will just start howling in my neighborhood.
Is that what that sound is in the background?
Yeah, that is.
Wow.
I'm sorry for the disturbance.
When does the purge start?
Right
You
now.
know, right?
Right now.
Purge is a good movie.
Okay, sorry, continue.
Well, I'm at a loss with all this grass here.
I mean,
Maybe the other
it's
people are finding more
some
success
pretty
than us.
nice grass.
Wait, that's it. Grass. So there are all our problems.
He can't even roleplay his way out of this one.
Alright, so the footsteps lead to where do the footsteps lead to again? Which one of these lines is the footsteps?
This one.
The navy blue.
So they lead to here. I'm gonna go over and investigate it over here. I
Okay.
want to investigate the end of the trail.
You see that the footsteps end in the pavement, and then you lose track of them.
It's the end of the pavement.
Hmm?
Now, the big question: did he go right? Did he go left? Was there any shift towards the end of the tracks?
Nope. They just go right on
Like
the path, and
where the
then you don't
footprints
see them
curved
continue
as
on
he
the other
was
side of the
entering
path.
concrete. They
What?
curved in the
Wait,
right
okay.
direction or left direction.
Omega,
can't
you're
do
not
it,
going
but
to
I'm
get
not
much
there.
out of this.
Yeah.
I'm not just that, but we know the path. We know the general path.
Okay, I just want to know which way the The suspiciousness.
You can
went-
see it on the map.
Like I've plotted. Okay, if I can weigh in here, even though I'm not next to you, let me explain this. You see the arrow that goes towards the road, and then you see
Yes.
that dotted line that goes like down the road, and then you see Seth come back down. I'm pretty sure it is all of our beliefs here that Seth is the killer who just came back to the crime scene to take a look and dissuade stuff. Like, and it's a perfect disguise.
Hey, Damien, should we just go link up with the other guys? Because this place sucks.
You know what? I think you're right, Brad. There's literally nothing here.
Besides
Okay,
staring
our
at
turn.
grass. Besides
Hey.
literally
So
staring
you guys,
at
Hey,
grass.
you guys
there's some really
enter.
nice grass
Hey
over
guys,
there,
we
but
found
that's
some
it.
great grass.
You guys enter the mill, and again, you
Okay.
can see a lovely water wheel set
Well,
in the river that is used to power, that you remember.
We know about the water wheel.
real quick. So this is happening while they're investigating, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So they won't be with us.
Yes.
Thank God.
So
We don't have the
Well,
grass
just
sniffers.
But the
yeah,
grass
they're
is
sniffing all
really
the grass.
nice on the water wheel.
they're sniffing all the grass. And the weeds too.
Yep.
Anyways. Okay. So
Anyways.
who was the guy who owned the mill again? Because I
The
did
mill
write that down
is
somewhere.
Nelbrum the Miller.
Wow,
Milburn
that's
the Miller.
creative
Nice.
name.
Yeah.
Well, like half the people just have like the whatever. Like they only use their first name basically.
Yeah.
It is a medieval society, so yeah,
No
that's
problem.
either way.
Exactly.
Is he around right now? Or do we see him like working the front?
Sure. Hello, my dear friends. Hello, hello. If you remember, he has salt and pepper hair and a contagious smile.
Yes. Actually. So hello, your name was Nelbrum, right?
Yes, yes, my name is Nelbrum. How
We
could
were,
you forget such an old geezer like me?
Sorry, a lot is going on right now, and this is
Oh,
happening
I
to
know, I
talking
know.
about.
It's such a shame that poor David. I mean, it couldn't have been him. David is just such a great man, you know?
Yeah. Well, we don't believe it is, so this is what we're here to talk about.
Well,
Have
if
you
you
seen any
if you
suspicious-
can prove it, it would be fantastic because then everything can go back to the way it was.
Yes, indeed. But have you seen any suspicious activity near your mill or inside?
No, not particularly. I've just basically I I was here. I went home last night and came back to keep everything up and running.
Where's his house?
Uh, uh, let's say that one.
While
Thank
they're
you.
talking, can I look around, like investigate the inside?
Could I actually do an insight, just in
Sure.
case, just to see, like, if he didn't know, like, if he didn't hear anything.
Oh, so he was on the council. I did miss that one. He
Oh,
was
was
on the
he?
council, so he knows basically the story of everything that's been going on.
Okay. Well, but did he hear anything going on during that time?
No, I didn't hear anything. I was just
Do you usually have anyone guarding, like, anyone around the mill keeping watch in case anyone wants produce, or do you know if anyone would have been around the area last night?
I mean, I'm about the closest one to the mill. So,
Alright.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
I don't think I came in here and nothing was tampered with. Everything was exactly as I left it. We still have power, so.
Yeah.
Would you still mind if we, took a look around? In just the general area?
Go ahead.
Okay. I know they gave us the power, but it's still polite to ask. Okay, so... Well, Shank was going to do the investigation, right?
Yeah.
Can I investigate?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. 12.
Okay. So You notice that this is a grist mill, which is basically uses the power of water to basically generate like flour and stuff like that. Like it's used to like
Oh, water.
grind things down.
I didn't know flour was a measurement of power.
Well,
Got power.
it's the power source for the grist mill. So yes.
Wait, flour's the power source?
No, the mill itself is the power source to make the flour.
Flower
I
power.
know.
So
Flour
basically, it's like the power was still going, so you're still making some grains and stuff like that.
So how does flour come into this equation? If he's
They,
making the grains, then where's the flour? Then
Okay.
where's the
Oh my
flour
god.
coming in?
Oh my god. You hurt me.
he's taking grains and making flour.
Okay.
As well as
And,
some other miscellaneous stuff. But
okay.
yeah, he's helping basically provide for some of the taverns and stuff like that.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, after all, he has salt
Um,
and pepper hair, so kind of have to have salt and pepper.
Those aren't what, pepper grain.
No, that was just a joke. That
I
was just
know.
a joke.
A shitty joke at that.
Anyways,
Um,
so can I investigate the area around there, looking for like any footsteps or like a dead drop or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Like let's say, well, we kind of know like in that area.
Yep.
15, 20, a dirty 20, but still.
I mean, you notice basically some footsteps, some light footsteps, walking this way. Basically very
Okay.
similar to like where your arrow came from. Maybe like slightly more over here. But
So are they going over the path?
no,
Like,
they are coming from the path and going down.
Okay. Can we tell which direction they were, or do we just know they're going
They
south?
they were going south.
Okay.
And it looks like they were leading up towards the body.
Okay.
okay.
So he probably changed somewhere in
this area.
realm. Yeah.
So then, second.
Oh, now there's a fire. Great.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Oh, that you can smell it. Like the bonfire. Never mind.
I couldn't smell it, sorry.
Yeah.
So these houses are the houses of interest then?
Yeah.
Like this
Actually,
area?
this one. That is a. I have my map. I don't know if that was actually a house.
Well, either way, can we go, like, is there anything else in the...
Put it this way, everything that's not labeled is not important. Like
Well, then so then we can't track the person anymore. We have to find out more about the...
Can we check out this tavern right here? And, well, 9 and 8, actually, because those are the closest
actually,
like marked
Not
areas.
You can
just
check
that,
out
but
the-
9 is like the scummy place.
Mhm.
It
the other
definitely
Yeah.
might know some ruffians and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, so we should probably go check out there, huh? Well, they said we could. Well, actually, we can kind of force our way in now because we're deputized.
Yep, and I'm sure that these upstanding citizens will definitely respect that in the name of the law.
But we can always do. Well, we can always
do it our
force
way.
in. Yeah.
But, you know, that doesn't sound like a good
What was
idea
this
always.
tavern's name, by the way? I don't think we
the
ever got
Crossed Swords Tavern.
that. Cross swords. Okay, I'm writing that down.
Oh, I'll have to actually probably get the information because you guys barely walked in there before.
Yeah,
Well,
we
they're
walked
like,
in
hey, you're not
immediately.
allowed in, and we didn't want to start any trouble, so we're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
No,
because
bastards.
it's an all-you-can-eat for 2 gold.
Yeah, actually, I wasn't there for that. Well, because I don't have to eat.
Yep.
2 gold's fucking
And we
expensive.
weren't looking for. Yeah, well, and we weren't really looking for information at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Crossword tab. Okay, so shall we head there then?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So
I got
you
2
guys
gold.
head there to give you a reminder. The rundown it's a one-story structure. It's a bit run down. The patrons in it usually don't really care. Uh, it might even be that they're responsible for that deplorable condition.
Mm.
The building is in poor repair, with basically a floor of packed earth, crude wooden tables, stools. Circular area is in the center of the room and has been roped off. Uh, you can make an assumption that this is reserved for bare knuckle boxing matches.
Bare knuckle bouts.
The bar is fashioned from 2 full-size doors laid across a seahorse, with various casks and tankards piled behind it.
Okay.
Thal Bone Grinder, a massive half-orc, is the person in the main person that owns the establishment.
The bouncer.
Yep. No, he's the
Owner. Okay.
yeah, he's the owner, and he prides himself on washing the tankards once each week, whether they need it or not.
What's his name again? I'm sorry.
Thal Bone Grinder.
Bone grinder.
That's a good name. I'll write that down too.
And this is
Ground control.
it's generally a place frequented by off-duty watchmen, militia members, and visiting cavern guards, and even the Baron's soldiers at times.
Okay, so this is a pretty good place to check out. Or it seems to be. And there's a bouncer at the door, right? Or the equivalent to that, like someone
Well,
at the door.
I think there's 2, if I remember correctly. 2 half-orc guards.
Okay. So I guess we
What do you guys
well,
want? We need to
we're here on official business.
official business from who?
The Revy.
What's
The
this
Reeve.
regarding?
The Reeve. What?
What's this regarding?
The murder.
The recent murder. Actually kind of behind your guys' place. Or near.
That is fair. Okay. Sure. Come on in. Ask questions. Go ahead.
Oh, is everyone going in, by the way?
Yep,
Yeah.
I guess
Who's
we
with
are.
Tavian is still watching
am.
Amanda inside and just trying to calm Amanda down because she's sort of kind of freaking out that someone was murdered.
Yeah,
Who's
that's
with
fair.
Brad?
What's delicious with me, Omega, please.
What? No, I'm saying who's with
Continue
you?
that sentence.
Am I with Brad?
I see.
Ah,
We're
okay.
all here.
Welcome.
Yeah.
We appreciate your help with our village. How are you doing today?
Just fine. Were you
How,
working
how,
the night
how
of the
may I help
murder?
you? My name is Thal Bone Grinder.
Can I
Where were
start
you the
looking
night of the
around?
murder?
You can start looking around if you want.
I'd like to.
Oh, Chappie asked, what was he doing during the night of the murder?
Oh, I was here. I was here with my lovely patrons, and
Do you recall seeing anybody that was new or that you've never seen before?
I mean, you have to define new. I mean, we have the Baron's men's who came in here, who have been here for a few days. We have, I mean, you guys, this is your first time being in here. So, I mean, how would you define new?
Anyone that was new here last night.
Anybody
Or
you've
like,
never seen before other than us.
Anyone who came in here suspicious last night that you did not recognize.
I don't know anyone suspicious. We had the usual crowd with, you know, a few of Baron's men.
were there any disagreements between the Baron's men and the town guard in here?
Disagreement. I mean, there's always some rough fighting and stuff with, you know, the boxing ring and stuff like that. I did come to know some of the Baron's men pretty well. They spent basically all of that night enjoying themselves here and spent the evening arm wrestling and sparring in the roped ring, going at each other, having a great time.
All right.
Can you think of anything that maybe is out of the normal for your establishment?
Like someone particularly shady, maybe an aptitude for disguises or magic.
Can't say. It's hard to tell. I mean, look around. Who doesn't look shady here? I mean, if we,
Fair.
it's
Fair
a
Can
you
I
know,
make
we have an
perception
all you
check
can eat
around the place?
basically an all you can drink buffet, and do you really expect, you know, to have everyone always on their best behavior? I mean, just look at the place. But those tankards,
Yeah.
though, I'm telling you, they're so good. They're
Once a week, yes. Very, very proud of that.
yes.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I know you're on the job, so if you come back later, I'll give you a drink.
Okay.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Yes,
Am I still detecting magic?
it's probably been over 10 minutes.
You said you got familiar with some of the guards. Can you recall any of their names?
Oh, yes. The Baron's names that were here, we had, Rory, which was here, Herrick, Dylan, Morris, Clayton, and Ilma. Yes.
Omar. What can you tell us about Rory?
I mean, Rory seems like a very capable man. He drank quite a bit, as well as all of them did. He did actually really well with sparring some of the other people. I think he came close one time in an arm wrestling match, but he failed like every time. It was very entertaining to watch. There were a lot of bets going on to see if he would win one, and it just never paid off for him.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Yes. But he did match them quite well, and was one of the better people in the boxing ring. So, you know, pluses and minuses.
Omar is an interesting name. What can you tell us about him?
Ilmar. So Ilmar, he was actually, I may have arm wrestled him once or twice, and he almost got me. He's fairly strong, but yeah, he's not as strong
I
as
beat you in an arm wrestle.
Oh, we have a job to do. Please keep your dumb nose shut.
Let me pull up the stats that I have for him real quick.
Please no. Oh no. Oh.
Do
This
I
is gonna
have
be good.
I
any
don't
stats
wanna-
for
I can beat
him?
him.
Okay.
I don't want to have to waste a healing spell on you.
Well, Omega.
Well, it's an
what-
arm wrestle. It's not
Okay.
gonna be
My
a healing
strength
Does it
spell.
need both arms to keep investigating?
That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
actually, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could break an arm.
Maybe
Maybe two.
he could arm wrestle for some information.
Honestly, these guys seem pretty open.
Yeah, no,
um,
they haven't hid a lot, have they?
Oh, I don't know. Omega, can you? Never mind.
What?
You do you, boo.
Yeah, you do you.
Oh, you want to arm wrestle? Okay.
Oh, fuck.
But
Alright, we're doing this.
you gotta buy a nice drink if you lose. I'm talking maybe a drink for all of your friends. You guys can drink them later. I don't care, but you're paying for a drink for all of your friends.
That's only if I lose, right?
Yes.
And what do I get if I win?
The joy to
Brag
say
rights.
that you beat me. Thalbongrad.
Then
Oh,
let us go.
Okay.
It's time to.
Do.
Cool.
What is this duel you speak of? We're not
Oh.
sparring with weapons. Put your arm up. No cheating.
We start arm wrestling.
Okay.
Hey, before this starts, can we place some bets?
I'm fine with
Actually,
that.
yeah, no.
Sure,
which one
you
we
guys
put
will
on the
be
big
betting
guy?
against each other. So.
I'm gonna put 5 gold on Thul.
Okay.
So,
Oh, come on. Have some faith in me.
Okay, 10 gold on
I'm
Thul.
looking around behind.
Have faith in me.
you know, I'll throw 5 gold on Damien.
Okay.
Just why the hell not?
All right. Just put him in. Put him in chat. Put him in chat.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so I rolled a 23 for strength.
Very nice. Very nice. Just 5. 10 out there, 5 on that. Yep. Anyone else want to?
I'm looking around the sensitive areas behind the bar while this is going on, and everyone's
I'd say
distracted.
put 100
Oh
gold
god,
on
I dropped it
Damien.
on the ground.
Are you gonna put anything on him, Carl?
Girls back, India.
Nat 20! Jesus
I'm gonna
Christ!
put 5 gold on the big guy.
Okay.
I rolled a 19.
Wait, I'm not. It's just.
Yeah, you lost.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
I don't
I'm not
believe you
moving
rolled a nat
anything. Just. Eh.
Oscar doesn't fudge the rules.
I can't believe
Yeah, but
that
what
was
is
so
plus
good.
though?
But,
There you go. You heard
but
no
I rolled
sound
so
of
good.
clicking or sliding or anything like that. All I did is, as soon as I rolled it, took a picture of it.
Ooh, a glass top.
Yeah, it's nice. Oh.
Like the dice.
to go.
And he's just
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
sit there, and he's just gonna let it go just till you're about to beat him. And he's just gonna slowly pull his arm all the way back to straight, and then just hold it straight up, and just let you fight, and then slam it down. Good job, my friend. Good job. A valiant effort. A valiant effort. I look forward to you all buying a drink later on.
You know what? I'll arm wrestle you, double or nothing.
No.
Oh, double or nothing.
No, I won't
Ooh.
do it. Damien,
Let's do
tell
this.
everyone
Oh,
Okay.
I haven't had a
So
good
we're
arm
putting
wrestle
some
since
more bets?
last night. Let's do this.
Yeah, double or nothing.
All right.
Okay, so all bets stay plus 50 gold.
50 gold! Oh my god!
50
You
gold.
know what?
I really
Okay.
hope I roll a nat 1 now on that.
That'd be
Oh.
funny. Okay. Let's see
Well,
what I
already-
get.
I'm already up some.
Nat 1! Are you kidding me?
I got it. Oh, well, I got it 18.
I got a nat 1!
I got dirty 20. I win. Yeah.
Wait!
I didn't finish.
Again, not
200
moving
gold,
anything.
friends.
I
got it.
I can't.
Damn,
That's
that's a
funny.
fuck ton of gold.
that you
I
just
get it all.
lost.
No, it just lost, so I get that too.
200 gold on Ferns.
Oh, wait, that was the wrong
Nice
picture.
try and sneak in that last bet there.
That was the
Uh-huh,
wrong
uh-huh.
picture.
No, he got it at the very end. Damien's doesn't count. He's the dude that calls rock after the other dudes. who
No, I
separate.
was typing it in while you were
Look
actually
at
doing it.
Look at that.
No.
No, I was. Bullshit. You can't do this to me.
Jesus Christ. I can't believe that.
All right, Brad, I'll take the 50.
Oh,
Go
I
yours.
see. I see.
Thank you.
With that hood, I didn't even realize that you were robotic. I mean, that was impressive. I've never fought against such a worthy opponent.
Literally threw through a fucking table.
Yeah,
Fucking
there's now like a
rematch.
little tiny mark on the table at where his hand smashed, but he doesn't really seem to care, because he's just kind of like, you know what? You did good. You did good. I approve. I approve of the fight. It was very honorable. It was very fair. You just got me on a
double or
low,
nothing?
and
Oh no! No!
No.
Another 50
No.
that you
No.
can't lose again.
No, we have an investigation to do.
Yeah.
I'm
This is way
behind the
funner
bar.
than the investigation that we all clearly suck at.
Well,
Hey,
yeah.
speak for yourself, motherfucker.
I can't believe I rolled a nat 20 and
Well,
then a
you've
nat
been back
1.
there drinking out of
Jesus
the
Christ, there is
overflowing
balance in
mat.
this world.
Did I
Jesus.
find anything behind this damn bar?
Not really.
I rolled a 24. There's no
Not
gold,
really.
there's no nothing, there's no interesting trinkets. I want something, damn it!
I'm looting and pillaging. Give me something.
Never.
Reward
I-
my fucking efforts!
All the money in the bar was just spent on this arm wrestling match.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm being
to be
diligent.
honest, the bouncers are who take the money.
Yeah.
Well, good thing my gold thing got denied.
There's alcohol.
Is there alcohol?
Yep, there's some alcohol.
I like how
I need
broken.
some alcohol.
It's in 1 second. Let me pull up the information. So it is in tankards. So you just basically can pop open the tankard and pour it into a cup.
I just put my mouth under it and just go,
Wheezing the juice.
And what? Roll me stealth.
I'm behind the damn bar while this is going on with their arm wrestling match.
Who said that they were the one who was watching you?
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Oh, she's not the
10
one.
plus
Not yet, you don't.
10 plus 8, 18.
What would be the modifier for that? What's their?
I'm pretty sure.
Perception? I'd say perception.
No,
I would say that
I'm
because
I need
she's
the
drinking
actual
booze, she
I
should
need to
roll
figure
with
out what they would
disadvantage 'cause she's
actually
clearly
have,
drunk.
because they're not
I'm not
supposed to have.
drunk yet.
They're
Yeah.
not supposed to have stats right now, so Let's
Well, I
see.
mean, they're bouncers, but they are bound to have some perception.
yeah, so they have, assuming that I'm just using a basic, like, of their race. So, their perception is wisdom, right?
Mhm.
Wisdom affects the perception modifier. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
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 I'll probably give them not advantage but proficiency because they are bouncers, but that'll be a 16. So. All right. Yep. They don't notice. Well, one doesn't notice you. Let's see about the other one. The other one doesn't notice you either. They're just focused on the door.
They're focused on the arm wrestling match is going on.
How much are you drinking?
Just a sip.
Okay.
Just so I get something out of this.
Okay.
She learned from my mistakes earlier in the campaign.
Fair. But the eagle took you.
I do.
Oh fuck!
I
We
don't
need to go
wanna say
back
bad
and get
eagle.
more.
Yeah.
Bad eagle, more
What?
like bad dragon. You're
Yeah,
welcome,
whatever.
stream.
Pish posh.
I
Watch
do
this
want to
Disney.
say, Ferns was very surprised by the win there.
Yeah, he wasn't prepared for the robotic body.
So, can
No,
I arm wrestle
at all.
Ferns?
But we're, you know what, man? Let's go.
No, we have a. I'm
This will take
stepping
a
between you
second,
two.
Brad. Calm
I
down.
will fucking punch both of you. We have an investigation to get to. Stop
I'd
beating the
like
shit.
to see you try.
50
I'd
on
like to see
Thrall.
you try to beat us up.
I'm walking out of the building. I'm walking out. Fuck it. Where am I gonna go? Goodness.
Deuces.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
to the
you
temple.
know,
It's
I'll
not even
say yeah,
Thrall
fine.
anymore. It's just me and Brad.
I'm
No,
gonna go
I'll
to the
say
temple.
yeah, fine. I'll follow him.
I'm going to the temple to check the
You're
records.
no fun.
No, he's right. We do have a job to do.
Yes,
We're
I
not
suppose
doing a
we do
very
have
good job at it, though.
All right, so where are you
not
going?
totally.
Temple to check the records.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to the place where I found the thieves' cant last time.
That was
The Weaver.
Yep.
And the Weaver is.
I don't remember what number
12.
it is.
It's
Number
12,
12.
right here.
Okay. I'm heading over
Oh.
that way.
I drew a map for a reason.
Let's see, where does a Damien go?
The Weaver, Silas the Weaver. So, going to the what's it called? What's it called? The temple. You can basically talk to. I'll just speed this up really quick. You can speak to them, and basically the list obtains during business visits. The people that still lack an alibi are Rumden the trader, Lantern the cooper, Edward the grocer, Martin the blacksmith, Sarah the potter, and Silas the weaver.
Damien goes to
Okay,
speak
wait.
to the blacksmith.
Someone, whoa. Make sure we wrote that down.
Yeah, I'm writing it down right now. Could you start from Rumden?
Rumden the trader, Lantern the cooper,
Okay.
Edward the grocer,
Okay.
Martin the blacksmith,
Alright.
Sarah the potter,
Okay. Yeah.
and Silas the weaver.
Okay.
Alright, so where's the
And-
blacksmith?
Shank said she was going to the Weavers.
I
Yeah.
didn't tell anybody.
I'm
Oh.
gonna go to the Potter.
Okay, well, Shank's broken
Damien
off
heads
then.
off to the blacksmith.
What was Lantern
I'm
again?
gonna.
What?
Lantern? What was Lantern again?
The cooper.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see him.
I'm gonna check with Ferns.
Okay. So
Just
we
trust-
have what, 4 different locations right now? Jesus. 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's the blacksmith?
Cooper.
21.
What is that again?
Wait,
21?
cops?
I was gonna say, I knew it was one of those two.
Cooper? I don't
It's
think that's
prob-
what it is. Is it?
Actually, is that the blacksmith? That might be. No, I think that's the armor smith. Blacksmith is 8.
Which one is Sarah the Potter?
She is 4, I think.
Yep.
8 to say.
Cooper. C-O-O-P.
Yeah,
A
Cooper.
Cooper is a person trained to make wooden caskets, barrels, or vats, buckets, tubs.
Yep. But I will continue to say copper.
Containers.
What is
Okay.
4?
So it's
Oh, there it
right
is.
here.
Actually, I think I
have
have been saying Cooper.
Copper. Okay. So where's Lantern? Which number?
Lantern is the 1 second. The copper, the Cooper, and he is 1 second. Why am I not seeing this?
He had an 18.
No, that's not correct.
Right.
Oh,
He
no,
is
19,
part
19.
of the Shady Oak Inn.
Yeah. Well, he lives at 19. I wrote it down. Actually,
Yep.
that's kind of ironic. That.
Oh wait, sorry. It employs the. Okay, it's Carla's Carla is Lantern's daughter.
Yeah, and Lantern lives at 19.
Mhm.
I'm finding it this is a little meta. When we were introduced to Lantern, we were just given his house.
Mhm.
So. Okay, so that's 19, and Carl was going to join me.
Well, a lot of the places are residents as well as businesses.
I know, but when we were
Well-
introduced to them, we were told what they were, not
Mhm.
who lived.
Yep. All right. So who do we want to start with? Because we're all spread out.
Start with me.
okay. Well, that happens. I'm gonna
Okay, so we're gonna start with Shank.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
What? But I want to start.
Right. Is the door open?
Or Damien.
Yep, you can walk in.
This is blasphemy.
He's
Right.
so he is the Weaver. To give some basic information of the weaving. It's a modest building, and is the home and workplace of Sylvis the Weaver. He is a lightly built man with beady brown eyes, a prominent nose, and mop of grease-brown hair that drifts to either side of his face. His voice is rather high-pitched, and is strikingly tense when dealing with others, even his customers.
Okay. Is there anybody else in the building, or is it just him?
No, it is just him.
Okay. I'm gonna pull down my mask and walk up to him and greet him in thieves' cant.
You're gonna pull down your what?
Mask.
I'm always wearing a mask. Always.
Why aren't you
I
wearing
see.
pants?
My lady wishes to dine with heroes.
Of course, my dear. So, shall we talk here or somewhere else?
We are fine to talk here if you would like. How may I help you?
Alright. Well, we've been put in charge of investigation of the murder that happened the other day. And I know you probably have connections. I won't say where my information came from if you wish to disclose anything.
1 second. Let me just read through this real quick. I mean, I don't know of anything that happened during that night.
Is there anything out of the usual going on? Any people from the underbelly coming about, or
I mean, to find anything unusual.
someone that you haven't seen before? Or someone that seems on edge?
Well, I mean, you as a friend know that there are some people who come and go from time to time.
Well, of course, but more so than usual. This was done proficiently. This was someone who knows how to use daggers. If you know anybody like that. But that's between you and me.
I don't necessarily know, but I've also haven't really left here for quite a while.
Probably a
So
good decision.
I don't really know what's been going on too much.
There was a person supposedly by the name of Seth. Does that ring any bells or any...
No,
No.
I don't know anyone named Seth. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna lean in real close, and I'm gonna put 10 gold on the table.
What's this for?
Your service. If there's anything else you can provide me, there might be more in the future.
Well,
Money talks, and so does business. We might be able to be partners.
agreed, but none of this has anything to do with what has been going on nearby. From what I've
Okay.
heard. This is just normal business stuff.
All right. I just figured you'd probably know, so.
I mean,
Since
that
we
is
do
fair,
have contacts.
but that is fair, but I'm not exactly sure who did anything here. But people do have ways of coming and going.
Is there any direction you think we should look in?
It's hard to say.
This all stays between us.
Mhm.
That's why I came here alone.
It's hard. It's hard to say of what direction. I mean, I'm just a simple man of trade. But none of the packages or anything have had anything to do with a knife or anything like that.
Okay. Well, if anything changes, we're staying at the inn, and
I understand. If I find out any information, I will provide you some.
you will be undoubtedly compensated for your service.
Indeed. I'd hope so.
I give him a wink and walk out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Me next.
Brad, did you want to go
Chappie, what would you...
What's that?
Where are you going, Chappie?
I want to go see Sarah the Potter.
Sarah the Potter. Harry Potter? Alright, so... The Potter. Do I actually have any...
What? No.
Did they not give me any information? Did they not give me... This is really interesting. I don't think they gave me any information on her.
Alright, no one's home. I left.
It's really interesting because it is David's mother.
Oh shit. Yeah, that should be a biggie.
But at least in the like, it has visiting these people's homes and stuff like that. So like talking to Ciliad and everything that they know. Yeah, I actually don't see any information on her. I mean, I've been making up... There's been times where you guys have gone places that I've just been making stuff up on the fly, but that seems very important, and I don't have any information on her, so I'll just be completely honest with that.
What?
Bold move, Cotton.
Mm-hmm. So, you learn nothing.
We've learned nothing.
David is a good boy!
Totally should have totally
Don't do
stayed at
the
the arm wrestling.
Okay, so, now because Omega wants to go next,
Actually, no, I don't
I'd
wanna
rather
go
not.
next.
I really would rather not.
No, go ahead, Omega.
Oh, okay, fine.
By the
To
way,
the
so
blacksmith.
for the record, you are going to these places to determine what their alibi is.
I know.
Okay.
Gwen,
Do you
Let's
know
speak
what
to
an
the
alibi
blacksmith.
is?
UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly.
Whoop, whoop.
holy
All right.
shit.
Thank you. All of the white girls in the chat.
All the
Anyway,
single
can we
ladies,
please-
all the single ladies, all the single ladies.
Can we please get on with it?
Motherfucker.
Get on with it!
Fuck your impatient ass.
No,
Hello, blacksmith.
please don't.
Tink,
Nah, I'm.
Better
Tink.
taste than that.
tink, tink, tink.
I came here to
Tink.
inquire about your whereabouts last night.
Tink, 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 tink.
Do not ignore me.
Under what jurisdiction?
I have been deputized by the Rave.
Revy! Oh,
Revy.
Revy!
The rave? We're throwing a rave now? Okay, maybe you are allowed to join. Go get some drinks and we'll throw a nice rave.
Like the Revy is better than rave.
Dance, dance, revolution.
Okay, let's rephrase that to the Revy.
But what about the rave? I was really excited for this rave. It sounded like a
Blacksmith starts
blast.
shuffle dancing around.
We can speak about a party.
Don't
after
you
we
have a
find
sorcerer?
the owner.
Can't they come in and put some fancy lights and stuff on here? We could have a disco party in here.
No, we gotta talk business right now. We cannot talk party.
Business, but you come in here talking about a rave and you expect us to talk business
Went
now?
very fast to Southern.
No, I
Very-
misspoke. I was
I
talking
don't
about
know
the
what
Revy.
accent I'm giving him.
0 to Southern real fast.
I misspoke. I was talking about the Revy, not the rave.
Okay, not rave. Okay.
Tank.
Tank.
Anyway, will you tell me where you were last night?
Where do you think I was? Sitting here doing my tink. You think this thing tinks itself? And he's not actually saying tink, he's actually hitting it with this hammer.
Well, that's what I figured.
Yep. I was here with my son Tink.
Oh no, he's a bit of a twink.
No, it's Creeth. His son Creeth. He can verify that I was here. I can verify that he was here. We were just sitting here working away.
So your alibi
You're
is you
thinking.
never left the blacksmith hut.
No, we were working through the night.
I see.
Tink.
100% sure.
Tink.
Can I make
No!
You,
I'm not sure of my whereabouts. I could have been on the fucking moon for all I know.
can I make an insight check on him just to be sure?
Tank. Go ahead. Tank.
Okay, here we go.
What's with that
14.
stupid face? What are you looking at me weird for? I'm just trying to do my job. He seems to be telling the truth.
All
Tank.
I'm sorry for wasting your time, sir. It's clear to me that you are not in any way possible to be the murderer.
I'd hope not. I'm the one who makes the weapons. I'm not the one who tests them.
Yes, it would be a very
Tink.
unfortunate test for you
Tink.
to have to do.
Sorry. What did you say? I couldn't hear you over the tinks.
I
It's
get
not.
the feeling he wants to be left alone. I wonder
Tank.
why.
I'm
Tank.
going away now.
Tank.
That's like the
Bring
most
back the
aggressive-
rave party.
Well, that was unpleasant.
Martin
the passive-aggressive blacksmith.
Honestly, I didn't even reread like what his personality is supposed to be. I was just having way too much fun with that. Tink. All right.
Well, I'm gone now. I can't hear the tinks.
No, he's following you. Just
he's just holding the anvil out in front of him.
Would you stop following me? Please?
No, he's not actually following you.
Okay.
He has work to do. All right.
Good.
So
With his son
next
Tank.
we'll go with ferns and urns.
Oh,
I hope Ferns isn't in the urns. Okay. Actually,
so-
well, no, it's possible. Anyways,
you were at.
oh yeah, we went to Terran.
You went to the Kuba.
Goodbye, yes.
Yeah.
I guess we knock on the door.
Yep, I'm trying to. Okay, so it's a wattle and dub structure situated across from the
My God,
woodworker
the
shop.
rave.
Latrin is a lean man, medium build, with black hair and a beard. The rest of his hairline is receding to his scalp. And he wears the rest of his hair tied back in a ponytail that reaches the center of his back.
I want to. It seems the hair's going everywhere but his head.
Yeah. He and his wife Ida are home.
Okay.
So.
FBI,
Yeah.
open up!
No, I knock on the door.
And they open you. Hello. How can we help you in these dire times?
Yes. You are Carla's parents, right?
Yes, I am indeed.
All right. Well, Carla's set to marry David soon,
Yes.
so he'd be your son-in-law.
Yes, that is
Uh,
correct.
What do you guys think of him?
Oh, he is a fine, fine man. I think he would be perfect for her. I mean, he is the son of Shedrig after all, so he has, pretty big shoes to step into. But I'm telling you, this entire thing.
Insight check.
Okay,
Sorry,
inside check.
continue now.
Go
It's a
ahead
joke.
and inside check.
Insight check. Okay. 19 plus 5 is 24.
Appears to be telling the truth.
I see.
But
Okay.
Okay, well,
But I tell you, you want to know what this is all about? It's all of them goddamn goblins that are trying to do something suspicious to make up for you guys decapitating or getting rid of the hood, or also nice hood, by the way. When you guys got rid of that guy, I'm telling you, the goblins are coming after you. This is all a goblin conspiracy. They are trying to frame David for this. I don't know how they're doing it, but they are trying to frame David. And I know it's them. They're working. They have human influences, and they're working right under the Revy's nose.
What? Besides this killing their leader, do you have any other proof towards this, or any other kind
Is
of
it not
evidence?
obvious? The goblins want to come here. Like, we've had so many situations in the past with the goblins. They're always trying to thwart us. We just need to, figure out exactly how they managed to do it. I'm not exactly sure of that, but I know it's the goblins. I can tell. I know it. They are the ones who did this. They are the ones who are responsible.
Fanatic, great.
Well then, how do you want to do this? Because can I just pull Ferns aside for a second?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I know
one
that you
second.
need to discuss how we need to take care of the goblins. I understand.
Yes, this is very pressing information.
Yes, this is the top of our top of the list. Okay, so they're dead set on
Goblins,
their
yeah.
daughter. No, their daughter marrying David. Hear me out on this one. Their daughter went home. She doesn't really actually care an insane amount for David. She went like, hey, this nice guy, parents got in a tizzy, killed the nice guy. Possible?
Can you explain a little more, please? I don't say I'm exactly catching your drift.
Okay. So, say the lieutenant of the parents' guard actually made a positive impression on Carla.
Yeah.
Carla.
I see. Yeah.
And then parents were very dead set because if she married David, then they'd have a powerful position as a respective family. Yada yada yada. Something like that coming together.
Why would she kill the lieutenant then? Or are you insinuating?
The parents would have.
Okay.
To protect their getting into a comfortable position. Either way.
To prevent her from... Yeah, okay. Yeah. I guess I can see that. Well, I guess we should question what the daughter was up to last night.
Well, not just that, but also get their alibi. Either way, that's just where my mindset is with these people.
No, I see what you're saying. I can see it. But yeah. I guess we should dig a little further. Okay, so I guess we go back up to the door?
Yep.
And, okay. Well,
so yeah, about those goblins. Obviously, their trouble will be going out on another adventure, another crusade shortly against them.
Good.
Yeah,
make sure that they are held accountable for this.
But real quick, we do have one or two more questions for you.
We really need your help because we can't actually get out adventuring until we found the murderer. So, could we just routine get your alibi and all that?
Oh yes, I and my wife were here with the children all evening.
Insight check that, just in case.
Go ahead.
Dirty 20.
Oh, he appears to be telling the truth.
Okay.
All right. So I guess, so what time did Carla get back home last night?
You're making me have to go back through a lot of information now.
Yeah,
uh, uh, Hydra search function this. 'Cause there's a I think that's way too far down. Yep. She was in the bar.
She was
you,
in the, well, yeah,
or in the inn. She was in the inn with you guys when
it
Oh,
was
she
down.
was? Okay.
Yep. She was the one who was like waiting on you guys.
Ah, I see. Okay. So yeah, I guess.
So she was in the bar basically the entire time.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I guess kind of been her then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
You were like, "What time did she get home?" And I was like, "Oh shit, I have to go figure this out."
okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I guess with that information,
I'm gonna go get some more water.
how dare you? Okay. So you think we leave Fairbanks, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you do think they're major suspects?
Out of, well, we haven't had reports back from anyone else, but out of what we've seen so far, that's where my bet. Extremely suspicious, and that's more out on a limb.
All right. Well, that's definitely something to keep in mind. I don't I don't think they're that, but I do think they might still have some information later on, or something of the like, because they are somewhat close to this case.
Mm-hmm.
But only time will tell, or fortunately us, or well, hopefully. Us.
Whoever.
Who left?
Seems like
for a second.
Seems like Omega did.
Hi. I love when my mic decides to disconnect.
I love it when Omega disconnects.
Yeah, man, disconnect me. It's so fun.
It's weird how often it happens.
Yeah, no, man, you gotta get that checked.
Like, it's
You know,
bumpy
yeah,
and, like...
I'll just ask Mods to remove the feature where you guys can disconnect me.
Do you really think that's gonna stop them? They'll just move you.
Yeah, I mean, really.
It's better than disconnecting me.
As you're on mobile, it's still low.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
No, I just put them in band.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Is it better?
Much easier.
Alright,
Either way.
so,
we only have
who's
used
next?
Omega with it.
Because that way I don't have to hear the disconnect noise.
I think we, went through everyone.
Well... Yeah,
Okay.
so
well,
that...
I mean,
who still doesn't have an alibi?
We hit everybody who needed to have an alibi.
No, we
did.
didn't. We need to hit Edward and Rumden.
Okay,
and
so...
Silas.
Edward the grocer...
Oh, wait, no. Silas was already hit.
So, Edward's the grocer and who's Silas?
No, Rumden and Edward. Sorry.
That doesn't help.
Well, technically, none of you hit Silas.
We can...
where did Shinko see then?
No, technically, like, you don't know that Shank went there, because she did it on her own.
Oh. Okay, well...
So...
Rumden was the one that had shot, right?
Let's see. Rumden was the trade post guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go after Rumden.
Honestly, in my notes, in the actually he was the grocer, if I remember correctly.
He's at the trade
But
post.
looking
Edward
at my
is the
map,
grocer.
I just Edward's the grocer.
Mhm.
Well, for Edward, in my notes, I just wrote down Sad Man Grocer.
Yeah.
Where's the trade post monster?
It is next to 4.
6.
Yep, no 5. Oh no, the trade post, that's Rumden.
Yep. Rumden is 6.
Yeah, I'm going after Rumden.
Okay. You want to go after Edward?
Sure.
Carl? Actually, yeah, because we've actually met him a few times now. So
Mhm.
might as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's gonna be. I'm so
Well, you
excited
should-
to go back. I'm
Well, you should
overjoyed.
be happier now.
Yeah.
Who should
What?
be happier?
Wait. Wait.
Edward.
Am I thinking about the? I'm thinking about the right person, right?
Yeah, the guy who has dead brother.
Oh.
That's
I was thinking about the rim guy.
No, that's where Damien's
And
going.
the
Yeah.
armor.
Rumden, you love Rumden.
No.
So,
He got his banner in.
yeah, I know.
I mean, I might need to stop there later, but for now, let's just go to Edward.
Okay. So you guys are gonna go to Edward. So when you get to Edward, you find that there are no longer beer bottles and wine bottles all over the place. The place looks to be nice, clean, and in, order. You can
Yeah.
see that he is freshly shaven, and he appears to be sober.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, this is why there was no. Okay, this is why there was no alibi for Sarah. No information about Sarah.
Oh,
Whoa.
because she got on a motorcycle.
Oh,
and
is my
drove
mic
away?
picking that up?
Yep.
Are they fucking?
Oh, on a
You
motorcycle.
came in sounding very excited
Yes.
about that.
Huh?
Very quiet and all of a sudden.
So?
Are they fucking?
Oh no, I'm just.
Hello, friends. I have to thank you so much for bringing me the ring. It means a lot to have that part of my life closed.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to help.
Good to see you're in a better place.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's a much better time now that I have that closure.
All right. Yeah. We did have a few questions. I'm sure you've heard of David's
Yeah.
trial.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
And no, we've been deputized by the Reeve.
It makes sense after all. You guys did, help out a lot, and I mean, if I had the option, I would do the same.
Well, thank you. But we just need your alibi.
Well, I was actually on a nice moonlit walk with Sarah on the
Oh,
east
really?
side of the village.
East side. Okay. Okay. All
But
right. Did
yeah.
you see anything it's interesting on your guys' walk?
Not particularly. It was just a very nice evening.
It's,
But
That's sweet.
if
I
you
feel a little.
if you do me a favor and don't tell David, he doesn't know yet.
right.
Yes. We got.
Because it's David's mother.
Yeah.
No,
Oh
but-
shit!
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Oh fuck.
So we'll tell him, but we'll tell him when we're ready.
Wait, does
Okay,
David not
you're-
have a father?
Nope.
His
This
father
is-
was.
His
I'm
said-
sorry.
his father was Shredrig, who died in the
Oh yeah.
This is-
work
Yeah.
defending him.
Gonna sound.
And
really
Edward
bad
lost
all-
his wife a few months ago, and
Yeah.
lost his brother, so he was in a pretty bad spot for a while.
Yeah. And
Oh, I can
this
think about
this
that
will
stupid
sound
song.
very bad. I would like to insight check. Like this is gonna sound really bad. I'd like to insight check real quick. just to make sure he didn't say anything.
You're
on his walk.
thinking he's gonna bullshit
Okay.
you about
Go ahead.
just.
He's going to BS me, but might as well check. I'm rolling well on these insights tonight. That's a 19.
All right. He appears to be telling the truth.
Thank God. Okay. So all right, don't worry. Your safe is. Your
Just
secret is safe
ignore
with us.
any dice roll that you may have heard.
Oh shit.
Why do you say that? Why? Why?
Just cause it's fun.
I don't think insight. Oh, anyways,
Yeah, insight is based on
is it contested?
it technically, so it's based on deception.
Ah, okay.
So technically, having an insight check just means that if their detection is higher, or if their deception is higher, your insight check will show a false positive or false negative.
Okay. Well, real quick, I will say that was a 24 in total. Okay.
Like I said, don't worry about any dice rolls that I may or may not have done.
Did you say that?
They're psyching you out.
Yeah, they probably are. Anyways, all right. Your
Do you
secret is safe
put
with
it
us.
this way? Do you really think I would have said it on someone who it actually mattered for?
Right.
God no. God no. Well, either way.
I was just making sure that you were aware that your insight checks that you've had may not have been 100% correct. Just saying.
God damn
I
it.
didn't even bother.
I mean, considering how high Brett is rolled, I wouldn't doubt it.
You guys want to go back and arm
That they're
wrestle?
rolled correct.
No, I'm just fucking with you guys.
Real quick. So he's a grocer, right?
Is he gonna eat? Oh no.
No, Fern just wants one thing.
Did you want to check his meat?
I'm speaking around it.
No.
You the booty at groceries?
He was going to ask.
Yes,
Thank you.
please.
Thank you.
Please.
No.
Check his meat.
No. God. I forgot what I was going to ask.
If
You're
you
welcome.
can check his
Oops.
Anyways, just let's
looks
continue
dirty.
on.
Tits
Look
or
at that
GTFO.
sausage.
Yeah. Your secret is safe with us. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. We'll tell him soon, but it's still only been about a week, so.
Motherfucker.
Was it a full moon?
Did he say that out loud?
No, that was definitely very internal. That was very.
Like that internal scream.
Let's make a roll see if he actually did say it.
Will
Nah.
save.
To just to hold myself back, like on the edge of saying.
I'm on the edge.
Anyways, all right.
Damien goes to speak to Rumden.
Did we ever set a meetup place?
No, we just all walked out.
It
and
would be
went-
most likely back at the inn.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we'll head back
So
there
we're
then,
just going to
Carl.
ignore the fact
Yeah.
that I went to speak to Rumden.
I
somebody
mean,
hear that?
you do still have Rumden, so.
Oh, can I pick up a blanket while I'm at the Weavers?
So you come in and he's like, hello, my friend. How are you? How are you today? Actually, give me a second to actually pull up the. I need to sell you more stuff.
Wait a second.
Oh my God.
Wait a second. Has he ever been in this store?
I don't think he has. That's why I'm
He has to
saying
make the-
I
he
need to
has to
sell him
make
more
the-
stuff.
No,
He has to make the roll.
What role?
Oh
He
yeah,
has to make the roll.
you have to make a roll when I go to describe him.
Oh, I remember.
Wait, what?
Just give me roll a d20. Roll perception.
Roll a d6. Roll a d6.
You rolled a 6.
6.
Oh fuck.
Wait, perception you said? That's an 8 then.
Okay, so an 8. 1 second. So you
Gonna
see,
get kicked out.
you see a very short, hairy man who appears to be a dwarf.
Anyway, hello, sir. I believe you are Rumden, correct?
Yes, yes, yes. I am Rumden. Give me a second to finish with this this other person. Mainly that's my way of saying give me a second to actually pull up the the
Wait,
list because
isn't Damien required to say that?
no, he's
Prefer
not
to say
required
what?
to say it. He sees him as a dwarf.
Okay.
Is he actually a dwarf?
He
You
is
gotta
a
make
dwarf.
that decision
He's
for
a
yourself.
He
Yeah,
he is a dwarf. Okay.
Okay, then what was the point of this whole perception check?
Well, he
He's a dwarf.
he prides himself in being a dwarf,
Yep.
Like,
and we
if
just
you,
want to make sure.
if you
So-
didn't notice, then he'd be gravely insulted. In fact, he enjoys
Yeah.
compliments on it.
So, he goes, yes, come here, my friend, come here. Ah, I see, you're one of the heroes for this, so, ooh,
yes.
special for heroes, ooh, let's see, and he, like, manages through some stuff, and he's like, well, I know, that because you're a hero, you're always kinda like, having to run here and there, and you're always constantly on the flux and running around and stuff. So, I got this hourglass. It'll help you keep track of time, and you'll be able to know everything that's going on. It's perfect for you. You can keep track of everything you need anywhere you go. You don't have to worry about anyone telling you the wrong time and going like, hey, meet me at like 8:30. Nope, you got it. You'll be there on time. It was actually 7:20 and you just didn't know. So you got there like an hour and a half hour late. No one likes that. But this hourglass will keep you on time.
I thank you, but no thanks you. I throughout my second war, I learned how to tell the time by looking at the sun.
I see. So you're a person of the sun. Praise the sun. We always love to praise the sun. So, to praise said sun, there is no better way to praise than this magnifying glass. This magnifying glass can show and harness the energy of the sun to make all your make all your foes weep in your glorious sunlight.
I know what a magnifying glass does, and the ray that comes out of it would not be strong enough to burn anything bigger than an ant.
I think Damien would have to make a check for that one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Make a science check.
I mean, in all fairness, like, it's expensive. Like, it's actually expensive for a magnifying glass.
There's a
How
whole
much?
lot of like glass working that has to go into it.
Well, crystal working maybe too. If
I mean, I want to actually pull up what magnifying glasses do in this, because I've never actually had a magnifying glass, so it might
No,
actually do some stuff.
But Monster, can we have Damien make an intelligence check?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Fine. Questioning my intelligence.
Nat
Nice.
20.
Like I said, question my damn intelligence.
Okay. So with that roll, you know that the lens allows you to take a look at small objects. It is also useful as a substitute for flint and steel when starting fires. Lighting a fire with a magnifying glass requires light, as bright as sunlight to focus, tinder to ignite, and about 5 minutes for the fire to ignite. You also have advantage on ability checks made to appraise or inspect an item that is small or highly detailed.
Well, this actually could be helpful since I am doing detective work. How much do you want for this magnifying glass?
Ah, I see. I knew it. I knew you were a man of taste and sunlight. So, for you, we'll give you a low price of 125 gold pieces.
For a magnifying glass?
Yes, of course! Have you not seen the glory that can come from this magnifying glass? It brings the sunlight. It focuses it. It also lets you see very, very tiny objects.
I know what it does.
I mean, you might even be able to see, your friend's small packages if you get my drift.
Good thing Ferns doesn't have that.
Maybe you
I
could go
paid
back and look at
70
the
gold for
meat
it.
with
I heard that Ferns has some great nuts you should check out. And some bolts, too.
There you
I
go.
will pay 70 gold.
You know, I like that Damien is sold on that.
70
Yeah,
gold.
point that out.
70 gold? Are you kidding? This is fine work of art. It's an elegant magnifying glass that can harness the power of the sun. And you expect 70 gold for that.
Can I make a persuasion
Here,
check?
I think I got something better for you, since your tastes are a little low. How about this candle? Here's your power of the sun now. You can have this candle.
Alright, here,
I'll even give you the candle. Because
85
honestly,
gold for the
if
magnifying
that's
glass, my
if that's
final
your
offer.
treatment and you think a magnifying glass is worth 75 gold, you can just have a little candle. That's about all the light that you have shining in your life.
Can I make a persuasion check for 85 gold on the magnifying glass?
You can try.
You can try.
Oh, I will succeed. Promise you.
Can we place some bets?
What? No.
Fail.
15.
15? That will not succeed. But, I can give you, if you really want to, like, 85, and that's the best that you got, I can maybe give you, like, a broken magnifying glass.
A coupon
Broken
for a magnifying glass for 100.
I might have some spare pieces somewhere in the back. Some idiot came through here a while ago and, like, you know, threw things on the ground. So I do have a broken magnifying glass that I can give you for 85, but I mean, who really wants a broken magnifying glass? I mean,
I think you're charging 85 for a broken object is ridiculous.
well, maybe you should just get the real one. That's the point.
You know what?
I'm only
This is
being
off topic.
generous by even offering you the broken one.
Alright, enough about shopping. I'm here to talk to you about the murder that happened last night.
What about the murder? That has nothing to do with me.
I still need your alibi. I've been deputized by
An
the
alibi for what?
Rave!
Damn it.
Wait,
Oh, we're doing. Oh, I see. You want the magnifying glass to use on a disco.
No,
See, that's perfect.
Why did I say it again? Oh,
You want that party animal out, man.
no.
That candle's not gonna be good for a rave. You really need the magnifying glass.
Look, I meant Revy, not Rave.
Party animal.
Rave! Fuck, you people hurt my insides.
See, I say Revy just to spite you now.
No, you do it because you're a fucking idiot.
But Brown, we learned very important things during this time. Like flour is the unit of power.
Y'all motherfuckers need Saren Ray.
Uh,
No motherfuckers need Jesus.
Who's Jesus?
One true God.
That's blasphemy in itself.
White Jesus.
White Jesus. Can I get a praise for white Jesus?
so,
8 pound,
about
3
that
ounce
magnifying
baby
glass.
white Jesus.
Anyway,
Now that we're done,
your alibi, if you would please.
About that
If you
magnifying
refuse
glass.
to answer the question, I will have authority to arrest you.
Why? Why in the world would you arrest me? I've done nothing wrong, and I'm insulted that you come into here, into my business, and just start throwing
Hold
around
your tongue.
accusations.
I want
And
you
and
to give me
he
your
basically
alibi,
he
and then I
grabs
will
his
decide.
he grabs his mutton chops and just starts pulling on his mutton chops.
What?
And he sheds small bits of
Mutton.
Bread.
of hair from his sideburns.
All right, calm down. Just tell me where
Yes.
you were last night.
I don't need to answer to the likes of you. You can't even afford a magnifying glass.
I can't afford a magnifying glass. I just don't want to pay full price.
Oh, so you're a cheapskate! That's even worse!
You set yourself up.
I would rather have a poor person trying to buy something than have a cheapskate.
Who let this man talk?
Which one?
Please, sir, you have to understand. A murder happened last night. I just need to know what you
Yes,
were doing.
I know, I was there at the goddamn thing, but I don't
Murder?
need you coming in here and accusing me when you can't even afford shit. Oh, actually,
not
sorry,
accusing you,
you're
I
just
just
a
wanted to know what your
cheapskate
alibi
that doesn't
is.
want to afford shit.
Here, if I buy the damn hourglass, or not the hourglass, what was it? The
No,
magnifying
here's
glass?
the thing. Oh my god, just from outside, can I just give this? He is a dwarf, so like you got to remember, a part of that dwarvish pride is taking great value in their merchandise.
Yeah, actually, they're very prideful, including
Okay.
their race.
So like maybe just give concessions. Cause say he comes from a good dwarvish clan or something. Just a little bit of.
Say you
Fuck
have many
my-
dwarvish friends.
Alright, fine, let's just do this then. I'll buy the magnifying glass if you tell me what you were doing last night.
Come on, Damien's gotta say. Damien prides himself on complimenting others.
Yeah, he does. Alright, I admire the fact that you're so dedicated for me to buy this magnifying glass at full price. I will pay full price, but you have to tell me what you were doing last night.
Oh my god.
You have to give me your alibi. Any further refusal and I will arrest you.
You have to let me buy this thing, or else I will arrest you. God, I love that argument.
How about we see the money up front?
Alright, I put out 125 gold like he asked for.
Thank you, thank you. Here's your magnifying glass. Have a wonderful day.
No, you have to answer me.
Dumbass.
Alright, I go to arrest Rumden.
He will fully resist you.
We're gonna go to jail.
Oh.
We're all gonna go to jail.
Alright.
We have to
I
skip
stop.
town, get new identities.
Would you
I
like
will-
to attempt to grapple him?
Oh no.
Yeah, do it.
Alright.
No one's gonna stop this?
No one's
Oh,
there.
yes, we're
He's
there.
the only one there.
By yourself. Oh my god.
Monster, it's been enough time. Can we? Is
Can
it possible
one of
for
us-
Carl and I walking near the shop
Just
to
to
hear?
Yeah, you probably heard some of the commotion if you were walking
I
by.
came running
Okay,
in.
we're going to go in.
We're going
Jeez.
just to stop this retardation.
Yeah.
Ah, hey, my fellow friends! This moron is trying to take me away.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
refusing to answer the question.
Oh my. Okay.
Okay, so
I'm
I
gonna-
go.
I'll grab-
No. I
I'll
have
grab
an
the
idea.
little one. You grab the idiot.
Okay, I'm gonna pull Damien aside, out of earshot from Rumden.
You should
I'm
arm
saying-
wrestle him.
Yeah, no. Just give me 1 second with him. So, Damien, if you really, so, what's going on here?
Where would I get started? He tried selling me an hourglass as soon as I walked in. I told him I learned how to tell time from my second war. He then shifted to me as some guy of the sun and tried to sell me a magnifying glass, which then led to this long talk about magnifying glasses. I told him what a magnifying glass does and how useless it would be for me, which then I later realized it wouldn't be good for investigation. So I ended up buying said magnifying glass. And then later, I tried getting him to tell me about his alibi. And instead, he said, "Why should I answer you?" So this is where
Alright.
we are now. So where I'm arresting him for resisting to answer the question.
Is the magnifying glass you guys were talking about and you refused to buy, is that in your hand right now?
Yes.
So, Ferns has a tired look on his face. As much as he can. So, okay. Damien, if you really want to get information out of him, here you go. So, you see how his smaller stature that he's a dwarf, right?
Uh-huh.
He prides himself in that. I've made
Fuck.
many trips
Oh,
in here.
fuck.
Over the past few weeks we've been here getting supplies and such. So I know he prides himself on that. I bet you can get any information out of him you can by just complimenting him on his stature and his race.
Use
All right,
magnifying
I will make a
glasses to
persuasion
see his
check.
small nuts.
I will make a persuasion check.
Yep,
Also,
please do.
he
How
made
my
a very
nuts taste.
sexual suggestion towards you.
I want to
Just-
ignore that.
I just thought I'd say that.
Thank you,
Oh,
Damien.
okay.
Okay, do you want me to make a persuasion check, monster?
He hasn't
this
tried to go against it, so.
Or you want to go against it, Damien? Or like, so Damien, get back in there. You got this.
All right, I'll go try this.
Okay.
Rumden.
So I tell Carl, I wave Carl over.
I'm
And
going
Brad.
to just walk away. Just walk away from the bomb
Take
shove
it,
it.
kitty.
Which kitty?
Chuck it in the bucket.
Rumden,
My old cat.
you are a great dwarf who is really good
What
at
the
singing.
fuck did you just say to me?
Oh, here
Is-
it goes.
Do you really think, after I sold you that goddamn perfect magnifying glass, you come in here and insult me?
I said great dwarf. What do you
You bastard! Get your ass out of here before I beat you senseless!
Oh, hell no. That's where I draw the line.
Give me the
Shit.
word and
Rumden.
I'll come in, thunderclap him.
Okay.
You
Thunder!
have-
Oh no! No! No!
No,
No!
no,
No!
That poor
you
store
have
would
to
get
answer my
destroyed.
questioning.
Cut.
I will report you to the Revy.
Reeve! It's Reeve! God damn it! It's Reeve!
I know. But
Do you really
See your
think
finger.
that the Revy is going to take the side of someone who's racist like you?
All right.
You come in here talking about how I'm a dwarf?
So you were a dwarf.
In fact, I'm gonna look very offended because he's just compared that guy to a fucking dwarf.
Yeah! Dude, that is a
Okay,
dwarf!
Dwarf, then what are you?
I am not a
So-
dwarf! I'm just a short man!
Okay.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Can
I don't
I-
like glasses and look
Can
at your
I just
So
can I just
so,
hit him in the back with the battering ram?
Go ahead! Treat it as an improvised weapon.
Fuck. Okay.
1d4
well,
plus strength for damage,
okay.
but roll to hit first.
Is that a strength? What's it?
Yep, strength.
1d20 plus. Oh, what's my strength? 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 1. Oh no.
Please not 20, please not 20, please not 20.
okay.
That's an
18, that'll miss.
Oh.
Yeah,
My
he
AC is 20, baby.
He has 20 AC, yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
So I want.
Wait, do you have 20 or do you have 19?
He has 20 now.
I have 20.
How
Because
does
of
he
the
have
new
20
armor
now?
I bought.
Don't you have War God's Blessing?
Oh, right, he got,
that's a great point.
he got a new armor,
Um,
right.
How many of those can I use? Oh, can I try and hit again?
Sure, go ahead.
You're really gonna
Alright.
waste this on me.
And again. And again. Okay, now I'm out.
Yep.
Okay. So
I
after saying
That.
oh, try that.
Oh, actually,
pull
so I
Damien away.
forgot to tell you that with the portable RAM, it's actually so if you want to do some of the rolls again, the portable RAM is actually something where you can have 2 people use it.
Oh.
Oh, wait, I have a
And-
proficiency in improvised weapons.
And if you are using
Oh my god.
it gives you a +4 bonus on strength checks. And
Oh, okay, so if I can
you
have
can
friends help me out with,
use
like, 2 of those,
another
sweet.
person to gain advantage.
So what I could do, for example, is say I had friends helping me. So it'd be 1d20 plus 5 because there's my strength.
I think it would just be +4. I think it's just you have a +4.
And then with advantage, so
It's
that
not
would roll
additional.
20.
Yeah,
So
and I
it-
have proficiency with so.
So
would
therefore,
help?
that would hit.
If you have proficiency, that would be an additional +2.
This is
Okay,
So
there you go. That would hit. No, that
So
would hit.
and then if we can roll a
1d4 plus strength.
plus
Oh,
1. Is this with the strength
Bless you.
modifier again? So would this
Do
be
you want both
1d4
of us
plus
to roll or
4?
just one?
The +4 is only for the check
Okay.
itself.
So Fred, what's your strength modifier?
2.
Oh yeah, no, you go ahead, man. You take the care of the follow through.
Okay. I rolled
Teamwork.
a 4, so I did 6.
Okay.
Jeez.
And roll me
Right.
a dex save.
Me?
No.
Oh.
The person getting hit by a battering ram.
Wait, he rolled a 6. That doesn't hit me.
No,
No, we
they
rolled
rolled
a 22.
They rolled a 22.
Oh, let's see my dexterity saves.
Because you have proficiency with improvised weapons, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's an 11.
that's an 8. That will not succeed. You get knocked to the ground. You're now knocked prone.
Okay. So,
Well, I'm not knocked out.
You're knocked
wait,
prone.
winded.
Okay, I'm
So-
not prone. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna step over Damien and say, sorry about that, Rumden. Nice to see you.
Ferns, why did you tell me you was a dwarf?
You are currently winded, my friend.
Shut up and say now.
Just get him out of here.
Yes, I would like to talk to you about something after this, so.
That's fine. You can come back, but just get him out of here. He's disrespectful to. He comes into my establishment and just disrespects me, tries to accuse me of goddamn murder, and then tries to just insult me by telling me I'm a dwarf.
He completely misinterpreted the situation.
Yeah, I am.
No, that's
I'm
exactly
sorry
what
about
you
our friend
did.
here. Well, I'll make sure he doesn't come back.
Thank you.
Would you two mind helping me drag him out?
I will just I'll grab like a leg and start pulling.
Yeah. Would you help, Brad? Brad?
I'll just
Can I
grab
roll to
him by
wake
the
up?
ankle and throw him out.
No, you're not. You're knocked prone. You are awake. Like you're just knocked prone.
Oh yeah, no, we're still pulling him.
Yeah, I can. I stand.
We're
up.
still pulling him.
Yeah, we're still pulling him. You can't stand up if we have your ankles.
Roll to get my ankles out.
You can
No.
roll to break free of a grapple.
You know, against 3 people.
Yeah, it's
He
gonna
wouldn't
be
have
tough.
disadvantage.
Yeah, just roll with disadvantage.
And then who's the main contestant? The
Wait, is it
robot.
normal strength?
Grapple, I
Save?
think, is
Robot.
strength save, if I remember correctly.
Then
Oh, you
yeah,
can't go
robot.
outside.
So
Well, that's
10.
a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
And
that
then-
will
Can I do
succeed.
a prepared action in case he succeeds at
Oh
this?
my god.
He did not.
Okay. Okay, so we drag him out, I guess, and then I'll come back in. And sorry about that once again, my friend.
I
Um,
stand up. I go to Ferns.
Oh my
No,
And I
god.
yell at him
you're
for-
No.
blocked out.
I'm sitting
you're-
there with the battering ram staring threateningly.
and blocking
really
his
think you
way.
could-
Oh,
Give me the thing
hello,
on
hello,
your own.
Ferns. That was
Ye-
some
yes, I'm sorry about that
people.
once again.
Some people.
I
Yes.
yelled to the people inside that
Especially
Ferns told
him.
me you were a dwarf.
I
Oh
don't
my
know
God.
what he's talking about.
I don't trust
anywho.
you damn bastard, coming in here, instantly assuming that I'm the person who did it, and just, I don't have
I
time
didn't
for your
instantly
shit.
assume you-
But-
you-
Okay, so we just need your name for the record. That's it. I will buy something.
My-
from
my
you if you
name
really
is
want me
Rumden.
to.
We've
Yes.
met before.
That's it.
Multiple times. Yes.
Yes.
That was a cat. Sorry. Go on.
No, more so his name for like his alibi.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah. So
You are.
I guess I'll start taking notes. So Rumden, yes. Where were you during the murder of the lieutenant?
Was this some sort of good cop, bad cop shenanigans here?
No.
You get him
No,
to come
man,
in
we
here,
just got-
accusing me
we
of
just
shit,
got-
then you, like, save me from him, quote unquote, and then you come in here and accuse me of shit.
No, we just got here. You can go ask my friend Carl. And Brad. And Brad
I'm
Brad
just
wasn't
kidding.
even with us.
I'm just gonna turn around, wave
that.
while holding the battering ram.
Yeah.
Ah, I see! You're putting it to good use! Oh, I'm so happy
Well,
it
you
worked out
thought-
well for you.
You
You know
should have
what?
saw us win Damien.
Like,
Can I punch
you know-
Carl in the face?
No, let's
Let's-
get this over with.
Okay, fine. I'll just duel Carl later.
Yeah. So
What?
Okay. Do you want me to do persuasion just in case?
Sure.
Monster. Okay. I have no charisma bonus. That is a 17.
17? T seems like he's being pretty firm.
No, me. No, I'm persuading him.
Yeah, he seems like he's being pretty firm. He doesn't want to mention anything.
Does he? Okay.
He's just kind of like pissed that you guys are even insinuating anything.
All right. Well, no, we're not. Yeah.
Can I ask him something? Am I
Go
able
ahead.
to go in?
Sure.
Yeah, no, you're allowed in.
Alright.
It's
Come
just
on.
Damien isn't.
It's completely wrong building, by the way.
Let me in. Let me in.
They're over
Oh,
here.
Yeah, I'll. Which cat is that, by the way, Miss New Vegas?
That's Tammy. She wants back on the bridge.
I see.
Onto the.
Listen,
Yes.
I know that we've caused you nothing but a giant headache already, but if you could be so kind as to help us out with a little bit, did you by any chance, or have you in the last 24 hours seen anything weird? Perhaps point us in a direction that might help us with solving this crime.
Can't say that I have. Weirdest thing I've seen is that what I forget what race you are. Are you?
Damien's human.
He's human? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that seeing that weird human come in here and just try to accuse me of shit.
Yes.
That is
So
fair.
rude. He's
Actually,
probably the
has
weirdest
there-
character I've seen here. If you want to check anyone, I'd probably check him out.
that is fair.
I mean,
actually,
I even heard stories of him leaving the tavern and coming back into it. I mean, seems shifty.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
You
he
let
very
her
much
out.
is.
After 6 seconds. Oh my
Okay,
god.
here. Was there any sale of daggers recently from your stock?
Let me think. I mean, people come in here all the time looking for all kinds of stuff, but as far as daggers, I'm not aware of any off the top of my head.
All right. That's fine.
Hey, just keep a sharp eye out.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
just
yes.
please do keep an eye
No,
out.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know,
Also,
Listen,
he's
we
just
buy
gonna
you
take
some
out a
drinks?
little notepad and just write that one down. And he's just like, and it just hides it.
Nice.
all right.
That punch should not have been appreciated, but it was.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, it's like his entire thing is just puns on top of puns on top of, whatever he can do to sell something.
All right. Also, one more question for you.
Yep.
What's your deal of the day? I love seeing that.
Oh, deal of the day.
Because I do want to say, Ferns goes in there. Well, since Ferns is an RFI, he's always looking for weird stuff to use.
Yep.
So he probably frequents Remden's shop.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a shame.
So, I mean, he's been sold quite a few things from time to time.
Now, the weapon I'm writing up right now that I'm crafting, he's bought a few materials from him.
Yeah. Also,
I'm going to run that by you after this, by the way.
I think he also
It's
tried
about
to
done.
sell you like a pickaxe at some point or something like that.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, yes, he did. He
Did he?
tried.
Yep.
He
He
didn't
tried,
succeed,
but I said no.
Yep. Let's see. I see. Today